from Edgewater, it's Good Evening with Pat Whalen.
Good evening, welcome to Good Evening with Pat Whalen. I'm Pat Whalen. Thanks for being here. Welcome to Jackalope Theater Company's Frontier Space here in beautiful Edgewater, Illinois. We're actually in Chicago. We're not our own city yet, but we're working on it. Thank you so much for being here. It's been a long time since we've had an episode. A lot of friendly faces. I'm glad to see you back. We're not dead. We were hibernating, and we've come out looking pretty good at that cave. Remember when we slept in the cave? I treated it like a workshop, like a retreat. Anyway, a lot's happened since we had episode 34. 35 episodes, Al. Did you hear that? 35 episodes? Isn't that crazy? Almost time for the midlife crisis. Can't wait. So a lot has happened since the last episode. Did you guys see the new Black Mirror? Yes. Great. It's good, right? I just saw the episode where the guy stands up in front of a huge crowd and says terrible things to them, but they just keep clapping. It was State of the Union, wasn't it? That wasn't Black Mirror at all, was it? Oh, it's crazy how it just turns things on its head like that. It's wild. No, I like the State of the Union. I thought it was kind of weird that he lifted all that material from Obama's speeches. Did you notice that? Like there were direct lines that Trump used that were used in Obama. Like what was the one? The State of the Union is strong. Pretty sure that was Obama. Could be wrong, though. I did like the end of the speech, though, and not for the reasons you might assume. I like the end because, they say, God bless you, God bless America, and live from New York, it's Saturday night! That was interesting. Did you guys do any drinking games for the State of the Union? I can't hear you. Sure, good. I typically do a drinking game for the State of the Union because it's easier than saying you drink too much. So there's just one rule this year. I was very hungover. There's only one rule when I watch the State of the Union this year. It's that you drink every time Donald Trump is president. So it was pretty easy. Why should today be any different? Then there was the response from the Democrats. You see the young Kennedy gave a speech. Oh, yes. Some people, yes, we remember that. We know this young man with that chin. Pretty good. You had a live audience for the response, though. I've never seen a live audience for the opposing party's response to a State of the Union. It just kind of feels like having a live audience for a eulogy. It's just a little inappropriate. And I don't mean that the Democratic Party is dead. It's just resting. I was kind of underwhelmed by the response speech, I gotta say. I didn't think there was nothing bowled me over. But then he started speaking Spanish, and I was like, whoa, this guy's presidential. Am I right? That's the bar we set, right? A young white liberal speaks Spanish in his speech, so he's gotta be president, right? That's the hot take? That's what we call bad opinions now, right? Hot take? Do I have that? I don't know. It's been a while since I've done this. Did you guys have a good government shutdown? Yes, we are pro-government shutdown in this household. It's so strange to me because, government, I think the thing I love most about government shutdown is no one gives a shit. No one cares anymore. It's not a big deal. But there is, federal funding withheld from certain things, like Indian reservations and stuff like that. But, I'm a white guy in a suit, so what do I care? Too real. But yeah, the government shutdown did happen, and I was just up to my ears in think pieces of people that were like, well, it's shut down, but it's not shut down. It's like when you go to the hospital and the nurse is like, he's dying, and the doctor's like, well, he's not dying. Just very specific parts of him aren't working. Never thought of it that way. What's going on in the news? That's a transition I've thought of just now. Well, I'm glad you asked. After lifting a 35-year cinema ban in Saudi Arabia, the first movie the country screened was the Emoji Movie. Great choice. Great mixed reaction to the Emoji Movie here tonight. After the film, Saudi Arabians overwhelmingly voted to reinstate the ban. If this is what we've been missing, I'm good. What else is going on? A new smartphone attachment called Kissinger. This is real. Look at it's the world's first mobile kiss messenger. Yeah, everyone's just stunned. They don't know. It allows users to send kisses to people digitally, no matter where they are. So, sorry, ladies, nowhere is safe. I don't write them. Don't get mad at me. That's not all though. For an extra $15, you can spring for the Henry Kissinger, with which you can encourage your friends to wage endless bloody wars. By now. At a beauty contest for camels in Saudi Arabia, back to Saudi Arabia, yeah, let me say that again. At a beauty contest for camels in Saudi Arabia, this is a real thing. Several entrants were disqualified. Oh, it gets better. After it was discovered they used Botox to tweak their camels' looks. This happened. It's very true, but this is just more real-life consequences to the media's entirely unrealistic depiction of camels. No one's really that smooth in real life, you know? Chinese sellers of the illegal drug fentanyl have admitted they've used the United States Postal Service to move the drug, citing that delivery is basically guaranteed when using the service. But it's good to know the post office works, right? But my issue is that whenever I get my New Yorker, it comes a week late every time. And that's okay. Well, yes, I don't get the New Yorker. I get Time magazine. It's true. I get Time. I like it a lot. Okay. Yes. No. I don't get Time. I get Entertainment Weekly. But it's pretty much the same. Yes, I do. I am receiving AARP. I think it's the hair. But Farming Monthly is good, though. I find it exciting. It's a good way to keep up with the agrarian. Okay. Yes. Yes. I get highlights. It's the crossword puzzle at my skill level. It's for the articles. U.S. Senator Tammy Duckworth of Illinois is expecting her second child and will be the first woman to give birth while serving in the U.S. Senate. Isn't that amazing? I couldn't believe that no senator has ever given birth in office, and then I thought maybe it makes sense that the Senate is the most effective birth control method there is out there. Oh, I didn't expect that reaction. But in all seriousness, all of it, President Trump sent his congratulations and says she can have a full long weekend off after she gives birth. But no marching. And as is in accordance with Senate rules, if Tammy Duckworth can correctly guess Rumpelstiltskin's name, she gets to keep the baby. So that's good. That's good. That's good. What is it? A veteran, an Asian American, a mother, and a senator walk into a bar. And the bartender says, "Hey, Tammy." No. You don't go, "Ooh, no, it's a good thing." She's a veteran, she's a mother. Anyway. She doesn't have a talk show. 9 of the 12... Call them how I see them. 9 of the 12 members of the National Park System Advisory Board have resigned en masse after being ignored for months by Secretary of Interior Ryan Zinke. Bad news for the environment, great news for lovers of picnic baskets. Hey, boo-boo. Maybe we should give mountaintop removal a chance. Two more, guys. 2 more. So close. Rapper 50 Cent, yes, well, I didn't say anything. Rapper 50 Cent reportedly made almost $8 million by a forgotten investment in Bitcoin. He invested in Bitcoin, forgot he did so. This is a direct quote. He said, "I forgot I did that shit." That's true. This story, a part of our ongoing series, news stories seemingly designed to infuriate and confuse my father. 50 what? More like 8 million and 50 now, am I right? Because he made 8 million? The Army is promoting 12 Strong. Do you guys hear about 12 Strong? It's the 9/11 horse movie. I don't know, it's just a good name. They actually say, declassified story of the horse soldiers. So it's a movie about 12 soldiers who fought in Afghanistan almost right after 9/11. They're avenging 9/11 on horseback in Afghanistan. And the Army tweeted about this on their Twitter page. You can see here, once we started dropping bombs on the enemy, their civilians' whole attitude changed. It's not how I remember it, but yeah, it's just interesting. No, it's okay. It's a hushed tones. It probably feels a little propagandish that the Army is tweeting in support of a blockbuster, but actually you probably won't be surprised to learn it's not the only movie the government is pushing right now. The Department of Emergency Management is promoting The Final Year. The Commerce Department is promoting Den of Thieves. And of course the White House is promoting The Disaster Artist. We have a great show for you tonight. Great show! Great show. I'm telling you, we got musical guest Femdot is here. If you can believe it, and we're very excited to welcome candidate for Illinois Attorney General Sharon Fairley to the show. We'll sit down in a bit to have a little chat. But first, we're going to play a little game, a little patent pending game here at Good Evening called That Being Said, where I invite up a person from the audience. I ask them 3 multiple choice questions. If you get 2 out of 3 right.